Hi, my name is JT Keith. Welcome to another edition of Eastern Express. Today, my guest is the new comm professor, Mr. Jonathan Ash. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Tell me a little bit about how you found out about the job and how you got hired here, sir.
Well, the process is, websites. I mean, how does anybody find out about a job? But I guess the trick when you're interviewing is, you need to have something that is going to impress,
Sure.
the committee. When you go after a teaching job like mine, there's always a committee, 5 to 10 people, and so you get a chance to talk to the group, but you also have to talk. You get to talk to the dean and the vice president. You kind of make the rounds.
Sure.
And then you hope that you're the one that they pick, and you hope that it's a match.
Now, was it a fast process there, Mr. Ash, or?
Well, it was in my case, I think, because I didn't get hired until the second week of August. My first day on campus was the first day of class.
Wow.
Yeah, so for me, I think it was a little quicker than it normally goes, but academia can churn very slowly. It can literally be months. By the time you send your first letter to the time you get hired, it can literally be months.
And then tell us a little bit about your background. You're coming from a working background or teaching background?
Well,
or?
kind of both.
Okay.
I've been a working journalist for 30-something years. I've been in the classroom for about 15, run my own video production company. So I've done a little bit of everything, and I love the classroom.
Sure.
The thing I love about my job right now is that I get to do the two things I really just love. I get to be in a newsroom and I get to be in the classroom.
Okay.
And that's a unique experience that I have found in academia. So I spend about half my time, classroom related duties,
Sure.
and I spend the other half newsroom related, and it's great.
So now, are you more practical in theory, or are you more application?
I think I'm more application. I think theory is a great thing. I think in journalism, something like we're doing right now. I mean, it's good practical
Sure.
experience. You can build on what happens. Even a bad experience is still a teaching, a learning environment.
Right.
So so for my side, the News 3 New Mexico that we do on PBS. Is every show great? Absolutely not. But are they learning? Are the students learning and getting better every week? I like to think that they are.
Sure. And does it bother you? Did you come from a bigger school, or is this the size comparable?
It's been comparable. I like small not necessarily private, but I like smaller schools because the classrooms are usually smaller. Facilities are still usually pretty good. But you get a lot of one-on-one time with
Sure.
students, and I think that's what's important.
And then tell me, Mr. Ash, how would you try to, if you get a student in the comm department over on the production TV side,
Yeah.
as a freshman, can you take me through how you would try to progress with them freshman through senior year?
Well, yeah, I think one of the advantages that we have here at Eastern is that, and again, it gets back to the previous question that you asked. I like smaller schools because as a freshman, you can touch a camera. I have a son who's a junior at Nebraska.
Okay.
And they don't get to touch a camera until they're a junior. So here you literally can leave with 4 years of practical experience. So I think, I get you as a freshman and just take you through that process and learning the nuts and bolts of your trade, just like you would with anything. Sure. And so each year, ideally, you try something harder, you try something a little more complicated, you push yourself as a student, I push you as a teacher. And so hopefully by the time you're a senior, again, you've got 4 practical years of experience. You've got a pretty good demo reel that you can pitch
Sure.
when you're trying to get a job. And you leave, and not only does it leave Eastern with a good reputation as far as turning out good journalists, but then I've helped that student succeed, and that's why I'm into teaching.
And then finally, what kind of imprints do you want to leave on your students? What do you want to teach them coming from the real world, so when they go out there, they'll be like, oh, they're ready, I can do this?
Well, that's actually a great question, JT, because I think that I think that when you're in the classroom and you hear about something that happened in the real world, or we talk about current events or whatever it is, it's one thing to know what's going on, and it's another thing to understand how to report that. And so I think the thing that I guess I would want a student to leave with is the understanding of how to break a story down and how to tell a good story, how to tell it accurately, how to tell it factually. I think there's a lot of news out there that is sensationalized, and I don't think that does society much good.
Sure. Well, today's been my guest, Mr. Jonathan Nash. Welcome to Eastern.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And we appreciate you being on our show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.